everyone, today's gonna be a relatively short video. I'm about to get on a plane in a couple of hours, and I wanted to kind of do a video of like my go-to look, kind of the look that I would do on just every average day when I'm, not doing like a tremendous amount of makeup. My hair is huge, as you'll see in a minute why it's so huge. Sorry, I'll just like pat it down. So a look that I do like time in, time out, always works for me. It's a simple look, but it's something that looks polished. It looks like I look healthy. It's, one of those types of things. I'm sure we all have those like go-to looks, the look that you do, whether it's like a red lip or a winged eye or whatever. So this is mine. But I took a little spin on it by including products that are either new to me, new to the market, or are going to have really great Black Friday sales coming up. Now, when this video goes up, it won't quite be the Black Friday week. However, build your carts, because what I will do is I will post on YouTube and on Instagram when the sales go live. Some of these products I will have a special code for, and I'll have that go up so you can shop ahead of the public sale. All right, so the first thing I have on, I put it on like every time now. This is the Visa Mist. I'm so proud of myself that I can pronounce it. This is really good. I'm slightly addicted. The only issue is that I need a travel size because this is too big for me to travel with. So I need to go buy a travel size of it. It's that good. I absolutely love it. I've heard from a lot of you that you've been using this brand for years. I don't know where I've been. So I want to pick up a whole bunch of things. There's like a polisher that I want, but I definitely need to get travel sizes. This coming week will be a great time to get them because they are having sales and they do have gift sets, and the gift sets have smaller sizes. So I need to go buy that. So that was the first step. Then the second thing I did, now when I use a foundation stick, any stick, even the Dior stick, I like to put on something glowy first. The reason is my skin is so dry that if I don't put on something that has and I don't mean shimmer, I mean like a luminescence to it, it can look dry no matter what. Now the Dior stick is the one that's the most luminescent of any one I've tried. So that one I need a lot less, and honestly I can get away with not using it at all. But I still prefer something, like some type of moisturizing primer, or like the Chanel Le Beige's primer that was discontinued, as limited edition. So what I use today is something that's brand new to me. Chantecaille sent this to me, and this is the Sheer Glow Gold Face Tint. And it was incredibly kind for Chantecaille to send this to me. I would have just bought this myself because I have the rose one and I have the bronze one. But I'll be honest, the gold, I was like, I don't know if I would wear gold because of my, my skin tone. So when they were willing to send it to me, I was like, oh, that is so kind of you, because then I can show it to all of you. And frankly, if it doesn't work for me, I can just say, hey, it'll work for somebody who has a warmer skin tone. But the thing is, it works perfectly because it's not, it's not pink. But if you look, all it does is give a glow. It's actually my favorite one, which honestly, I wouldn't have guessed that. It's my favorite of the pink, the bronze, and the gold. This one I like the most. Can you see how it just gives a gorgeous glow to my skin? I cannot tell you how much I absolutely love this. Like, I know, I've said it like 5 times. This is phenomenally good. So again, there's the rose, there's the bronze, and now there's the gold. And I honestly, it's just the perfect amount of glow for my face. I love this. When I get back from my trip, I'll do a comparison between the gold, the pink, and the bronze. But I would tell you, there are other videos. If I can remember to link them, I will. But if not, just search for them and you can see me using them. Like I said, build your carts now. This is really, really good. If you have cool skin, warm skin, I don't think it's gonna matter. This just gives this gorgeous glow. Look at that. It's perfect. And it doesn't look yellow, it doesn't look gold. It sinks right in. Phenomenally good. This is coming on my trip with me. Okay. Then the foundation stick I used is the Merit stick. Now, I've used the Merit stick before, but I got a new shade this time. This is in Bone. You watch me putting it on. I think this shade is perfect for me. The shade I had before was Dune. It's a little too deep. Not by much, but it's a little too deep. Bone, I think, is perfect. And this is just a great foundation stick. I've said before that I really like the Merit products. Like, I know that some people might not think they're, I wouldn't necessarily put Merit in the luxury category, but they are definitely very high end and extremely well made. And I can promise you, if you're looking for a foundation stick that you have dry skin, more experienced skin, and let's say you don't like the Dior or you couldn't find your shade in Dior, try the Merit. And again, sales are coming. Try the Merit because it really is extremely good. It really is. It's not as luminescent as the Dior. So if you really like the luminescence coming directly from the foundation stick, yes, go with the Dior. But this is going to be great for practically everybody else. Like, it's really, really good stick. And Bone is perfect on me. You can see why my hair is big, by the way, because you can see the rollers in my, I know. I'm trying out the rollers that I got in this Sephora sale. I told you I would. So to continue with Merit, the blush I have on is Stockholm. And I love these Merit blushes. I think these are great. They give the right amount, again, of luminescence. You know, if you've always had oily skin, or maybe if you're younger, maybe this might not hit as hard. But when you're older, and especially if you've always had dry skin, a product that can give luminescence to your skin, a glow to your skin without looking greasy or oily or accentuating pores is like it's extremely important. Like, it's just the product for you. And these do that. They don't take away the makeup underneath. They look glowy, they look healthy. I mean, Merit does an extremely good job with that. I'm impressed with pretty much every Merit product I've actually ever used. Then there is the Studio eyeshadow. Now, this is a cream. It's like a single shadow. And I used, and I'll talk about these in a minute, I used the Angie Hot and Flashy brushes, which are on sale. I posted this on Instagram. 30% off, guys. Now's the time to get them. And this shade is kind of my go-to shade. And what do I mean by that? So I always pick a shade that's like a pinky beige for my lids, because here's why. It goes with everything. I can blend it out, and against blue eyes, this type of shade works really well. I can also use more of an orangey shade, a warmer shade, and my blue eyes will look bluer. But when you do that, because my undertone is actually leans more cool, it's harder to match a lipstick and like clothing. So if I go with this shade, it just kind of blends in with my skin almost, but it's deeper. So it just goes with everything. And this shade, Studio, is one of my favorites. It reminds me of the old MAC paint pots, frankly. That's what it reminds me of. It's a really good product. Yeah, and you can see how pigmented it is. And then you can just blend it out. And then after it sits for a while, it's just gonna stay. Doesn't crease, looks gorgeous, doesn't move. Like I said, it's like the MAC paint pots of old. Talking about MAC, I picked up the Mob lip liner. This is in 1990, and this is the shade that supposedly is like MAC Spice originally was. And yes, indeed it is. And what you can see about the shade versus the new one, the old shade, can you see how it's cooler? How much cooler it is? That's what MAC used to look like. Here's what MAC is like now. Now, this is still a really good shade, and I still like Spice, but the old MAC, that's what I remember. So it's very much like the Merit Studio shade. So you can see they're very similar tones. So I kind of go with the same tone, my lips and my eyes. And then I took the Mob Beauty, this is, what shadow is this? It's M1. Again, it's a very similar shade, right? So it's just a powder shade, and I put it over on the lid to just intensify the lid a little bit. That's it. That's all that's there. And it's just a very monochromatic, to be honest, kind of 90s look, which, you know, is something I've been wearing for a long time, 25 years, but it works for me. And so I like it. And, you know, why switch up something that works for you? I did use the Ma Beauty lip gloss. What I will tell you about Ma Beauty is I like their products. I actually think they're quite good, but the packaging is very non-luxury. Like, this is basically cardboard, but I think that's kind of the point. This is M25 and it's a lip balm actually, and it's a beautiful shade. And I really like it. I mean, I think it looks great. It's very pigmented for a lip balm. It's juicy and gorgeous. And it's a much lower price point, but it's not luxury. Ma Beauty is not luxury. I will say though, you know, if you put this product in a Chanel casing or Dior lipstick case, I don't know if you'd be able to tell because the quality is there. It really is. It's just the packaging. Now again, luxury includes that kind of thing. Luxury includes packaging and, you know, the experience as well. But for those of you out there who don't care about that, I do want to mention the Ma Beauty products are extremely good. Really, really good. Then I took my Jones Road brow pencil, which is getting really short. This is what I use when I just need it done quickly, frankly. And it's in light brunette. It works perfectly. It's just a simple, literally, you know, I go like this and brush it through, and that's it. I mean, it's a great product. Jones Road will also have just next week. And then black eyeliner from Chanel Waterproof Liner and my Sweet Beauty mascara. And I am done. That is the look. That is it. And, oh, and some Terra bronzer. Sorry, Terra bronzer. Now, I substituted these products that were relatively new to me, except for, you know, the ones that I've mentioned I've used before, obviously Jones Road and Sweet Beauty. But you can do this with any line. So, for example, the blush that I use today is the Merit Balm blush. I also use the Chanel cream to powder blushes. I think those are phenomenally good. The Dior has some great blushes that have more of that luminosity to them. The eyeshadows, the single eyeshadows from Chanel are phenomenally good. You can take one of them and use it as, you know, just the one and done kind of look. The liner is already Chanel. The mascara, Sweet Beauty, I would not switch that out for any other mascara at the moment. It's just, to be honest, that's my go-to. There's a lot of great ones out there, but the lip liner, the Tom Ford lip liners are the best lip liners on the market. I will stand by that. This Ma Beauty one, though, is extremely good for somebody who's looking for more of a pencil feel. It is creamy. It's creamier than the MAC pencils are, but it's not like the Tom Fords. The Tom Fords are kind of gel-like, and then they dry down, don't move. So those are far better. So it's not as though you can't make this a luxury, all luxury look. I just wanted to mention a couple of these products today because I want to make it clear that in the look that I do, my go-to look, or anyone's go-to look, frankly, right? You can use high-end luxury. You can use really great high-end products that aren't necessarily luxury. And you can even use products that are a little less expensive as long as the nature of the product is really well made. Which leads me to the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy brushes. So BK Beauty is having the biggest sale of the year for them. It's 30% off. These are my favorites. BK Beauty has great brushes across the line, but the Angie Hot and Flashies are my favorite. They are incredibly soft. You saw me using them today to put my makeup on. They pick up pigment though. So even though they're soft, they still are dense enough to pick up all the pigment that you need. They work beautifully. This one is probably my favorite. I have two of these. These are the A506. I use these to press powder under my eye. Like I use this for one specific purpose. And this one I use for like cream color or transparent. This one I use for pink. And yes, I bought two of them because they're not, you know, they're reasonably priced and they're incredibly reasonably priced for what they are. They are extremely good synthetic brushes. And if you're, you know, buying for somebody who's vegan, for example, these are a phenomenal gift. And if you're buying for somebody who likes non-synthetic brushes, they're still gonna love these. These are excellent. You guys have seen my brush collection. I have a lot. I mean, I'm looking at my brushes in the hundreds of non-synthetic brushes, and these measure up to them. They're really that good. So, you know, you can buy them as a set, which is a better deal, or you can buy them individually, depending on what you want. Or you can get, you know, seconds of certain brushes like I did. So yeah, these are phenomenally good. Don't pass the sale by, because it's a really good deal. There are drugstore products that I know people will be like, oh, it's just as good. It's not just as good. You just have to decide if it's worth the money, because let's be honest, if you're buying something for $10 and the other thing is $100, is it 10 times better? Probably not, right? It's probably not 10 times better. Is it better? Probably. It's probably better. It has better ingredients. You know, it's got better packaging. All of those things are true, which is why it's going to cost more just innately. But let's be honest, we all know that these brands do mark up things just for the name on it. So, you know, from luxury, we are expecting a luxurious experience, which sometimes we get. And when we don't, we should call them on it and say, no, I'm not paying $100 unless I get everything that I'm paying for. But there are other products like Merit Beauty, which I really do think are a really high-end product that works extremely well, and it's something you should take a look at. Jones Road, again, really great products. Chantecaille is the luxury brand, and I love this new gold face tint, absolutely. And the Amora Visa, guys, you gotta try this mist. Yes, I am addicted to a mist. I admit it. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.